But I know there's sunshine beyond that rain. I know there's good times beyond that pain.
Aubrey has an undiagnosed genetic condition. Her doctors believe that she's missing or all or partial of one of her 30,000 genes. Unfortunately, science sort of hasn't caught up at this point, so we don't know which one. But they told us that within the next 5 years, they think they'll have an answer. And so it keeps her from being able to talk, to walk, like a typical 4-year-old. Cognitively, she's about 15 months old. She usually loves just really, really active things. And now that she started to run, something that they said she'd never be able to do, she's really, really taking off.
We were involved in a car accident on April 7, 2009, where we was hit by a drunk driver coming back. We had just picked up Jaden from school. My son, this is Jarrell. He was involved in an accident. He had a broken leg, broken arm, and everything. He was in the hospital for about 6 months. Jaden, who is still on life support in a vegetative state of coma, he's still in the hospital. He isn't home yet, and it's been 2 years. Jaden was 5-year-old before the car accident. He had just turned 5 years old in November 17. And he was a very energetic person. Jaden left an impression, a positive impression on everyone that he met.
Daddy works every day far away in New Jersey, so he has a long commute. So I'm home with the kids most days, like 12 hours until he gets home. And then he works another job on Fridays to help support our income. And I work at night and on weekends. We can't go anywhere without both of us because part of Aubrey's condition, she has no sense of safety. She has no socially, she's just not aware of dangers. She's unpredictable and she's spontaneous. Everything in this house is dangerous. The bathrooms all have to be shut because now she knows how to turn the water on and she'll burn herself. The stairs are dangerous, so there's baby gates everywhere. I mean, you just can't take your eyes off her for 1 second. She'll eat anything. She doesn't understand that certain things are dangerous you can't put in your mouth. And it's hard too on the rest of the family, constantly being at the doctor and constantly being at therapies and trying to explain to the other two, why are we always in a waiting room somewhere?
After the accident was April 7. After that, Jaden was in coma for about a week, and he came out of it. He was talking. I could still see that Jaden in him. He still had his passion. He was still sociable. He still made funny jokes. He still remembered our old jokes. So he was still Jaden, even though he wasn't walking. He was paralyzed from the neck down, but he still had his sense of humor, and I still could see Jaden in him. And every time we go to him, he kept saying, "Mommy, I can't wait to come home." So he was looking forward to recovery, looking forward to joining his family again. Unfortunately for us, on December 12th of 2009, he had a cardiac arrest, and he had no oxygen going to his brain, which led him into the vegetative state of coma. Presently, his brain is only working, 10% of his brain is functioning right now. The doctors are saying that it's not going to get better. We should take him off the plug and all of that, but we as parents don't have the strength yet to do that. So we are still trusting in God and hoping that things will get better. Even if Jaden don't make it, we still pray that God will give us the strength to go through this.
Fred's footsteps has helped us. It's been a huge relief. We now walk out into a yard, we have a large yard, and we have a fence now. And when the first day that the fence was up and we let Aubrey out and the rest of the kids out, it was just like such a relief, a weight off his shoulders. She can run, and she knows her limits now. She can just run, and you don't have to be there holding her hand the entire time.
And it's kind of opened up like a whole new world for her. Prior to having that fence, we were stuck in the house all the time because Aubrey, you can't let go of her for 1 second. And now that it's there, she can go outside and she can run and she can just enjoy being a little girl and having fun in her own backyard. Yeah.
Fred's footsteps have helped us in a very, very big way. Because when we had the accident, I had just had a baby. He was only 7 weeks old. My husband was the only one working And he was also involved in the accident. He had a little brain injury and his shoulder was dislocated. He couldn't work. We had bills piling up. We didn't have enough money in the account to cover up the bills. Fred Foster stepped in just in time when we needed them. Fred Foster did not hesitate. They asked of us for our bills, our expenses, and they stepped right in because we were worrying about our kids' medical situation and worrying about our daily lives, how we was going to be able to make it. But Fred Foster was able to take that burden out of our head, and we was able to focus on our children being in the hospital and getting the medical help that they needed.
Yeah, Fred's footsteps gave her like a freedom that she's never had before. She's had constantly her whole life somebody shadowing right behind her, and now she can go. She can have a little freedom. She can be a 4-year-old and just have fun. And
even though Jaden is not here, but we are so grateful to God that we can still live a normal life. And Fred Foster was like a saving angel. They came in right in time, helped us pay our bills and release some of our stress that we had.
Close my eyes and I can see a better day. I close my eyes. I pray for the broken-hearted. Pray for the lives not started. I pray for all.
There was really no one out there to help, a working couple. So finding this organization has been amazing because they help people that are helping themselves, and we couldn't have done it without it.
It's been a real blessing to have Fred Footsteps in our lives. They really did save our home, and they saved us.
He really needs something like this in his life.
Yeah. So thanks so much. We're very thankful.
Without Fred's footsteps. So.
As a mom of a special needs child, you just overcome and adapt. And to be able to do that, what you guys have given us the freedom to be able to do that, it's just something nobody can take away, that feeling.
They helped me and my girls when we didn't have anybody else to really help us. And it was just a time where I didn't know what else to do. And God sent y'all.